Hey, it's Dr. Barto. In this video, I am sharing with you ways to reduce your stress. This is a critical thing. We are every day bombarded with lots of different stresses. As I'm filming this and as I plan to share this, we are in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic and in quarantine, which in many ways magnifies everybody's stress. So hopefully you have been practicing some sort of stress reduction exercises so that you are a bit more resilient during this time and you get to utilize those tools to help you overcome and deal with this better. But if you are not currently regularly doing some sort of stress reduction practice, this is a great time to start learning. And I want to stress that it is, they use the term practice because it is. Practice makes perfect. When you do some of these things the first time, you probably won't be any good, but with practice, you will be better. So, things to reduce stress. Any form of meditation, even if you just sit quietly for 10 to 20 minutes, that will help you reduce your stress. There's tons of apps out there. I'm using my phone so I can't look on it, but there's a Headspace app. They'll take you through guided meditations. YouTube has lots of meditations, guided meditations, and they'll kind of, walk you through it. And they, tell you to focus on your breath, and they kind of get your attention in case your mind's wandering off on other things. But it's a practice, and with time, you get better with it. So you practice any form of meditation. It is best if you can do 10 to 20 minutes once or twice a day. But anything is better than nothing. So if you can't get your 20 minutes, which is difficult, I have kids at home, you guys know this, like what's the chances of me finding 20 minutes where one of my kids isn't going to ask me for a snack? Like, not going to happen. But I do my best, okay? You can combine meditation with some kind of motion like Tai Chi or walking. That can, that quiet time when you're walking can be super beneficial. Other ways to practice stress reduction is to simply forgive yourself. Every day, moms, I can speak for moms. I bet you dads has some of it too. Yeah. I don't think they admit it as much, but we carry a lot of guilt on our shoulders. And it's really important that we give ourselves grace and forgiveness and know that we are doing our best. Whenever things get tough, we want to look for solutions instead of being focused on the problem. So for now in the coronavirus, there's like a whole bunch of stuff that's not in our control, but we can focus on what is in our control. We can, we can't focus not being able to like go out and, go to the gym like we might like to, like I like to exercise there. We can't do that. And you can ruminate on all of the stuff you can't do, or you can just focus on like, okay, what is it that I can do and do that. So focus on the solutions, not the problem. And expect excellence from yourself, which is not the same as perfection. Focus on and expect that you will always do your best, even if it's not perfect, because perfection is like unattainable, but we can always do our best considering all circumstances. And if nothing else, sing and dance and laugh. Those are like some of the best stress reductions. Be silly and just let go. So I'm going to share a couple of quotes with you, okay? We can no longer maintain strict artificial divisions between physical and mental well-being. That means that your physical health and your mental well-being are so intimately connected that we cannot think or talk about them separately. If you think you are physically healthy, but you are mentally not, then you are not healthy. You can think yourself well. Truth be told, I believe that your mental well-being and your mental health has far more to do with your overall well-being than just eating and exercising. I think if you eat really well and you exercise, but it comes from a motivation of fear, that you're better off if you believe that if you are thinking more positively. I think you're better off thinking positively and not exercising and not eating well than you are if you are eating and exercising just to from a place of fear. Okay, if you're just doing that to avoid cancer rather than doing those things to achieve great health, I think that's a major difference. Research evidence over the past 3 decades demonstrates the scientific connection between mind, body, and belief systems. Here's a quote, there is enough basic research demonstrating the connection between mind and body that, as Dr. Aviad Haramadi, the director of complementary and alternative medicine at Georgetown University, states, it is irresponsible to ignore such a significant issue in contemporary medical practice. We need to start addressing our thought processes. Chronic stress affects function at all levels. Regardless of the system under consideration, the basic theme is the same. Chronic stress produces a set of adaptive responses, and these responses, while necessary in the short term, can impair our health and well-being in the long term. So if you haven't yet watched my half hour to health, I go through the physiology of stress response. So I want you to, if you want to know more about this, I want you to watch that video and gain a better understanding about why it's so important to take control of your thought processes so that you can experience the highest levels of health possible.